is extremely crucial in the minds of the people because it is the Sena that holds a lot of credibility when it comes to the state of Maharashtra. And then again, going back to that statement of what Balasaheb Thackeray has built in all these years, from a movement that he started to how this became a party which was not just a party but a set of core values that it stands on. Now, who is the flag bearer of those values is really what this fight will decide. And then again, in the upcoming election, even if both these factions have to use different symbols, will the Shiv Sena on the whole, as an ideology, as a party, as a movement that it was, have a sense of confusion in the minds of people is really the big question. So we wait and watch what happens. But then again, how are these leaders going to deal with it when we are talking about Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray? Over to you, Alisha.
Well, yes, Suesha, as you rightly pointed out, this symbol is something ongoing since 1989. We know that Shiv Sena, from the time of establishment, that is from the 1966, it was in the month of June, where Shiv Sena founder Balasaheb Thackeray, who has established Shiv Sena in the state of Maharashtra, and that was for the people. But moreover, they were earlier when they have fought election with the different symbol, which also include cup and plate, and there are other sword and shield. This was the election. But a fixed symbol that was given to Shiv Sena, that was reserved for Shiv Sena, was the bow and arrow. And now that is something has been come into the question right after this is happening after 56 years. Because of the two groups that they have been claiming as the real Shiv Sena, where the election commission left with no option but given an interim order for the Andheri East by-poll elections, clearly reserved the symbol and the party name, and they have been asked to give a name for the party as well as the symbol, the three options that is to be given. Now, what we know from our sources that from the Uddhav Thackeray faction, that the decision that was taken, and specifically there was a discussion in the meeting with the legal team as well as from the senior leaders from the Uddhav Thackeray faction, that they have already looking for the three options, which also include a Trishul and as well as the rising sun, and there is one more that they have been looking. So moreover, they are going to even discuss, and that is something where Uddhav Thackeray is going to address the state today. He is going to address the state today via social media at 6 p.m. where we know that Uddhav Thackeray is going to give a decision, what the decision has been taken, whether it comes to the party name or whether it is a party symbol.
Alisha, in fact, the details that you're just putting out to our viewers, let's also quickly flash that on our screen, some source-based information that is coming in on what Uddhav Thackeray's next move may really be. And yes, in today's meeting, Uddhav Thackeray faction discussed the symbol issue, where they are now looking out at possible options, which could be the torch or the Trishul or a rising sun as their symbol. So, Alisha, I quickly want to come back to you exactly to what you were saying and those details flashing on our screens. Like you said that the bow and arrow symbol was fixed in 1989. And before that, whenever the elections were contested, there were different symbols that were used. Now again, the Thackeray faction really keeping aside the possible options, knowing that this could be a long legal battle, and considering the torch or the Trishul or the rising sun. What's the thought also really behind this?
Well, Suesha, the legal experts, if we see, they are just considering tomorrow what the election commission really gives them this free symbol. We know that they have been asked to furnish the free allotted symbol that is allotted by the election commission of India, and where it comes the Uddhav Thackeray faction, who has already decided and been deciding over the three symbols, that is Trishul, Mashal, that is a torch, and a rising sun, that is a Ukta Suraj, is what we have been told by our sources that was present in the meeting. So this is the three options that they have been considering to. But yes, we will also wait for Uddhav Thackeray to make it official, because we heard before the meeting from every leader from the Uddhav Thackeray faction clearly mentioning our leader, our symbol is Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray. But it is upon the Uddhav Thackeray that is going to take a decision over the party name and the party symbol. So let's see what is the decision that has been taken by Uddhav Thackeray, because at this point of time where he's been meeting a district chief, so of course there is a message that has need to be conveyed to the Shiv Sainik who is in support of Uddhav Thackeray. But an important meeting that is also going to be held at 2 p.m. in Varsha, Bangalore, where the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is also going to meet a legal team. What has what has transpired and what has been a decision that is going to be taken in the 7 p.m. meeting is something is going to be come forward tomorrow before the Election Commission of India. Because while speaking to Republic, where the Sanjay Sirsat has clearly mentioned that it is an option, we don't have any other option, but has to give 3 symbol options to the Election Commission of India. But even if that goes against us, we also have a Supreme Court option. We will also move a Supreme Court if required. But that has to be seen that tomorrow day will be important. But yes, there is series of meeting. Now where the Uddhav Thackeray has been meeting a district chief at 6 p.m. is going to address the state via social media. But on the other hand, there is a Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is going to meet his legal team, as well as at 7 p.m. where all the MLAs and MP from the Shinde faction who is going to hold a meeting, an important meeting, and thereafter we can expect some of the decision that will be taken from the Shinde camp.
Right. Alicia, let me quickly bring in Sandeep also on this to throw more light on the possible options now. So, Sandeep, in a scenario that either camps are not allowed to use the bow and arrow symbol, which is the case as is, and the party name also, then does that mean that different party names, different symbols for either factions will be used? And then again, in that scenario, the Shiv Sena per se could be dissolved completely. Like, what are the possible scenarios at this point?
See, Suesha, it will be very much interesting to see what will happen. But at this point of time, what we are learning is that, yes, they are looking out for some kind of option. But that does not remain for permanent. Remember, this order is an interim order at this point of time by Election Commission of India. So this is to just contest the election here in by-election, in fact, here in Vile Parle East constituency. Now, once this election is over, there are possibility that Election Commission may call out for both the faction in order to prove on ground over the bow and arrow symbol. Now, remember, all the office bearers are with office bearer of Shiv Sena, including small ward level officers, ward level leaders or district level leaders. All of them who are on record are with Eknath Shinde, in fact, from top to bottom. Now, on the other hand, Uddhav faction have few selected office bearers, but that does not mean that Uddhav Thackeray will have the majority to prove out there in Election Commission of India. So basically, at this point of time, 70% of Shiv Sena is shifted with Eknath Shinde faction. So these all are the arguments that could take place with the Election Commission of India. But that comes after after the by-election takes place, and in fact, in future, this could be a part of argument or part of discussion between both the factions. But as of now,
yes,
the tussle is to prove themselves in the upcoming by-elections.
Yes, absolutely. And Sandeep, we are going to keep a very close eye on whatever happens, and the leader that, I beg your pardon, the move that each leader makes in this fight of Sena versus Sena. For the moment, Alicia and Sandeep, thank you for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you as we move into the evening.